So Dark Souls is one of my favorite video games. Son of a Pokemon is another one of my favorites. What? Ha! Fun times. So I figure, why not put them together and figure out which Pokemon types the Dark Souls bosses would have. There has to be some overlap between the fan bases. Hopefully. Please. To start things off, we have the Asylum Demon. He has killed many young adventurers. So, the Asylum Demon is definitely flying. I mean, he got himself out there somehow. Hey, buddy. As far as his second type is concerned, I'm gonna go with normal. I went back and forth with the demons for a while to try and figure out a blanket typing for them. There are decent arguments for dark and fire. For dark, well, they're demons. That's pretty self-explanatory. But dark has a very specific meaning in Dark Souls, and I'll get to that later. So that's out. For fire, they were turned into demons by the Flame of Chaos and are from Lost Izalith, which is just full of lava. But it wouldn't make sense to call this guy fire when this guy actually uses fire. So for the Asylum Demon, normal flying. Join the likes of Pidgeotto, Staraptor, and Doduo. Fly, you majestic creatures. But make sure you work on those landings. Next, we take a trip on Mama Crow Airlines.
Thank you for choosing Mama Crow Airlines. Please make sure to keep your arms and legs on the bird at all times. Emergency exits are located fucking everywhere. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing, I will drop your ass like a bad habit.
She drops us off at our new home sweet home, and we... Okay. Thank you. Go away now. Jeez. Before we get to our next boss, I need to make a little stop. Thank you. And one more thing.
Nice.
Sorry. Just ignore that. Let's go to the boss. Our next boss is the Taurus Demon, that lovable bridge troll with a splitting headache. He's normal type, just a bull with an axe, nothing special to see here. I thought about making him a ground type since his weapon is made of bone, and in the Pokemon world, bones are associated with the ground type. But that seems like a bit of a stretch to me, so he's just normal. With the Bell Gargoyles, we have three potential types. Flying, because they can fly. Fire, because they breathe fire. And Steel, because the item descriptions of all of their weapons and armor say that they're made of bronze, including the Gargoyle Tail Axe, which is literally their tail. So if you freeze frame it right here, it looks to me like the bronze was affixed to their tails and isn't actually a part of it. Since it isn't part of them, I'm going to give priority to the other two, so they're fire flying. Like Charizard. Maybe they can be friends. Charizard, I think you need new friends. Next on the list is the Moonlight Butterfly. It's a butterfly, so it's a bug, so it's bug type. Since the Moonlight Butterfly uses magic-based attacks, I had to figure out Pokemon's equivalent to magic. Every Pokemon could be considered magic in some way. I mean, a fire-breathing lizard, an electric mouse, and literal ghosts aren't magic, strictly speaking, but they aren't super realistic either. Of the Pokemon types, ghosts and dragons are too specific, and all of these aren't magical. What we're left with is Dark, Psychic, and Fairy. Dark, again, has a very specific meaning in Dark Souls, and I'll get to that later, be patient. So that's off the table. Psychic has more to do with mental abilities, and while sorceries in Dark Souls rely on intelligence, none of this magic lets you see the future or read someone's mind or levitate objects, so I don't think that works out. Fairy-type Pokemon seem to be pretty consistently associated with magical or mythical creatures, so that seems like our best option. So, Bug Fairy. Or maybe Bug Grass, since it lives in a forest, but seems like a stretch to me. Maybe it's just a bug. The Capra Demon ain't nothing special, so he's just normal type. Oh, I take it you're offended by the typing? It's okay to be normal type, I mean, you're immune to blood loss? But I'm already dead. After that nonsense, we should make sure to thoroughly disinfect our wounds. Too bad we're going to the sewers instead. And in the sewers, we'll find the Gaping Dragon. And boy, is it a sight to behold. So obviously, it's a dragon, so that makes it a dragon type. As for the second type, I thought poison because he vomits all over the place, and that's at least poison adjacent. But I think water would make more sense given the fact that he lives in and around water. He's a wet boy. So, dragon water. Now, moving on to a neighborhood that is somehow less inviting than the fucking sewers. Blighttown. Yay. The people here really are something. They're so giving. Just what I always wanted. After dealing with that shit, and wading through literal shit, oh, come on, man. We've got our next boss. Warning, this next boss is a big ol' spider, so if you'd rather not see that, skip to this timer right here. You have been warned. This is Chaos Witch Quelaag, the queen of perfect hair placement. Also, she's bug fire. Bug for hopefully obvious reasons, and fire cause, well, fire. Also lava. Before moving on to Sen's Playhouse, we're gonna head back to the Asylum real quick. It's time for Asylum Demon 2 Electric Boogaloo. Oh, sorry, I meant Stray Demon. He's fire flying. Boom, easy. Now, on to Sen's Fortress, where you can stab a snake in the dick. Oh, wait, do snakes have a dick? Hemipenis. Right in the hemipenis. And at the tippy top of this fun little place, you'll find this asshole. And just below him, we have the Iron Golem. Now, clearly we have an Iron Giant situation going on here, albeit far less sad. Childhood traumas aside, this guy's a steel type, but he's also a dragon type. Now this guy don't look much like a dragon, but his core was created using the bone of an everlasting dragon, so he's still dragon. Now I introduce you to Anor Londo. In Anor Londo, we'll meet giant sentinels, proof that there is no god, the longest elevator ever. More gargoyles. Don't look down, don't look down, don't look down. Ah, too many stairs, this asshole, and much, much more. Hey, Solaire, how you doing?
You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me, pretend you didn't hear that.
With the promise of true love's kiss gone forever, it's time for the biggest difficulty jump in the game. Snorlax and Pikachu. Ornstein here is still electric because he has metal armor and he uses electricity. Smo is steel, again, because of his armor. When he absorbs Ornstein, or just hits him with a hammer, it's a weird relationship. He gets his lightning powers and becomes steel electric, so steel electric for both of them. Although Smo's normal steel before the absorption thing. Yeah. After beating those two, we get a real treat. It's the Anor Londo Ultimate Waifu Challenge. I love my life. First, we get a nice cup from a nice lady. So sweet, so giving. Unfortunately, she's an illusion.
Thy transgression shall not go unpunished.
Well, that's not good.
After stumbling in the dark for a bit, we meet my personal choice for Ultimate Waifu, Dark Sun Gwendolyn, the last true defender of Anor Londo. Gwendolyn likes to spend their eternal night defending their father's tomb and creating illusions so powerful that one of them kicked my ass not half an hour ago. Gwendolyn is so sweet, but whenever you get close, they just teleport away. Why don't my waifus love me? Gwendolyn uses sorceries, so fairy type. After that fun little speed date, we're gonna take a little trip down to the local art gallery and really get lost in its beauty. This is the painted world of Ariamis. Here we'll find a walking anus, an albino rat, a reference to demon souls, dragon zombie,
Third person.
and our final contestant for Ultimate Waifu. Crossbreed Priscilla is, well, a crossbreed. Word really has a bad ring to it. Either way, she's part dragon and part, god? Probably Guinevere. Priscilla is part dragon, so she's the dragon type. Maybe ghost as well, since she can turn invisible, like a ghost, but that's a big maybe. Possibly ice type, since she lives in a permanent snowstorm and seems pretty content with it. But again, that's a maybe. I'm just gonna go with dragon. That does it for the Anor Londo Ultimate Waifu Challenge. Thank you all for coming. Be sure to pick up a Dark Sun headdress and Priscilla plushie in the gift shop on your way out. Well, that's all for the waifus. We killed them all. Now it's time to go to hell where we belong. For the first of our sins, we'll pay for the crime of theft. Ceaseless Discharge is fire type because of all the lava. Maybe a rock, since lava is molten rock. Maybe bug, since he has all those bug-looking arms, and two of his sisters turn into spiders, so there seems to be the whole bug thing going on. But I don't know if that's a very strong argument. So I'm gonna say just fire, no problem. And now for the sequel, no one's been... I forgot to place I forgot to place the Lord Vessel again. Now, for the sequel no one's been waiting for, Asylum Demon 3, Revenge of the Fallen. I was sick of this series after the first one. Fireflying, moving on. Next is the story of the Centipede Demon. You see, once upon a time, Ceaseless Discharge's sisters made a ring for him to rid him of his painful volcanic acne. I'm not sure how they expected him to wear a ring, but I digress. Maybe he was smaller back then. Either way, I can't believe it's not Butterfingers over here dropped the thing and it became a bug for some reason. That's the Centipede Demon. He's Bugfire. The Bed of Chaos is... The Bed of Chaos... The Bed of... God damn it!
Okay, fine, I'm cool, I'm fine.
The Bed of Chaos is annoying little shit!
This is why Mom doesn't fucking love you!
Okay, enough with memes. Bed of Chaos is an interesting situation for our purposes. It has this massive tree root body, so grass type seems pretty obvious. Into the fight, it releases these fiery claw arms, so fire type. Easy day, right? No, because this guy doesn't even take damage until you hit the weird bug thing. So I'm... Excuse me? So, since the bug seems to be the actual body, I'm gonna say bug type. And since it was born of the flame of chaos, I'm gonna keep the fire typing. I guess roots are just an accessory. Now that we've defeated the denizens of hell, it's time for us to rise from the dead. Skeletons. Not sure what I expected. No, none of that. This video's meme count is too damn high. Wait a second. After dealing with a few boneheads, we'll take a little leap of faith. Okay, good. Still good. Okay. I'm not sure what to do here. Maybe if I... Oh, come on! Okay, we're past all that nonsense, and now we get to fight Pinwheel, one of my favorite bosses. Not because he's good, but because I get to do this. God, that's satisfying. Pinwheel is ghost type since he stole the power of necromancy from Gravedornito and used it to kind of raise his family from the dead. He's also fire type because, well, this is his only attack. So, ghost fire. After fighting him, we're finally done with... What the hell is that? Okay, this guy takes the phrase big boned very literally. Yeah, I deserve that. Okay, we have normal skeletons, skeleton wheels, giant dog skeletons, skeleton towers, baby skeletons. Why are there so many baby skeletons? Who killed all these babies? Also, why are there more pinwheels? They really did not know what to do with this area, did they? Regardless, we make it through the skeleton maze to fight the big daddy skeleton, Gravedornito. I love this guy. Not because of the fight, I mean, it's an okay fight, but I just like his character. I mean, he's just like, welp, I created the concept of death. Guess I'll just take a nap. I love it. Gravedornito was the first of the dead and is the de facto god of death. Think Hades, Osiris, Hell, Grim Reaper, Death, Shinigami. Yeah, he's like that. And he's dead.
And dead-ish.
I think ghost type makes the most sense for him because, you know, he's dead and all. Now that we've killed the god of death, I'm sure there'll be some kind of consequences. Better stop at the library to read upon the effects eternal life has on entropy. Nothing here. Better check upstairs. Boy, this place is really run down. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. Were those your books? Seems like a bit of an overreaction. Jail? Well, death, then jail? That's a doozy of an overdue book policy. And I didn't even check out a book. Well, after breaking out of jail, fighting some Cthulhu monsters.
Oh, look at that. I've been impaled.
Playing a good old game of musical stairs, getting in touch with nature, getting really into crystal healing. I don't think it's working. And having a good old clam bake, we finally get to face off against Seath the Scaleless. But this time we actually have a chance. Oh, what's this? Looks expensive. So obviously he's a dragon type, because, well, he's a dragon. Okay, technically he's a drake, They call him the Pale Drake, but that's basically a dragon. He's a dragon, okay? He's also a sorcerer. So, Dragon Fairy? But I think there's also a good case to be made for Dragon Rock. Since most of his attacks involve these crystals, the crystal we broke earlier made him immortal. This entire cave is made of crystal, and he has crystals embedded in his skin. Dude seems to have an affinity for crystals. Crystals are just rocks, so rock type. I honestly can't make up my mind with this. What do you think? Dragon Fairy, Dragon Rock, Dragon something else? Whoever makes the most compelling argument, well, at least argument that's most compelling to me, in the comment section gets a mention at the beginning of the Dark Souls 2 version of this video. Also, another little tidbit for the rock side of this argument, he really likes encasing people in these crystal golems. Like Dawn. She just plops right out of there, huh? So back at the library, we picked up this little doodad. With that in hand, after saving Dawn and taking a little break, this nifty little portal shows up and we get to go back in time. Wait, did that hand have teeth? Oh, what a lovely tunnel. I sure hope nothing deadly is at the end of this. Oh, it's a cat. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh god, Fury swipes. So this pretty kitty can fly, shoots lightning, and has a scorpion tail. So flying electric poison. Since the wings and tail are actually a part of his body, I feel like those take precedent. So flying poison. The electrical attacks are just a happy little accident. Oh god. Now that we're done with the kitty cat, we get to find out why we're here. We're here to stop the abyss spreading in Ulasil. But we're actually Plan B. This guy was the first choice. This is Knight Artorius. He was one of the Knights of Gwyn and charged with stopping the spread of the abyss in Ulasil hundreds of years ago. But he failed in his attempt and was consumed by the abyss. So Dark type makes a lot of sense. There were other bosses I considered making Dark type, but in Dark Souls, the Dark TM is a very specific thing. In the Pokemon world, Dark types can be cruel, violent, some kind of criminal, have an association with the Knight, or just be plain misunderstood. Like our precious little emo dog boy here, with a sword on his face. The Dark in Dark Souls, not the Dark in Dark Souls, but the Dark inside the world of Dark Souls, exists in every human because, well, so.
Story time.
Way back in the day when Gwyn and Co. were getting their powerful souls from the first flame, the furtive pygmy found the Dark Soul. And he shared that soul with early humans in the form of humanity. Occasionally, someone's humanity has a little hissy fit, everything goes all kablooey, and an instance of the abyss is created that threatens to consume everything. So, the only Dark type bosses are those associated with the Dark TM, or the Abyss. So Artorius is Dark type. Also Steel type because of the armor. So Steel Dark. Steel fighting before the darkness consumed him. Fighting since his role was that of a warrior and he is presumably trained in combat as a knight. Rest well, good knight. Now it's time for our first fight with a proper dragon. Not this guy, or this lady, or this thing, but a true and proper dragon. I mean, he recently had his wings clipped, but beggars can't be choosers. So, he's a dragon. It's right there in the name. And he can fly, so he's dragon flying. I know it says black dragon calamite.
First of all, I don't like the way you guys are saying black.
But it's just a color. It doesn't have anything to do with the dark. Now, if you want to see the dark at its finest, you need to look no further than right here.
This isn't your average everyday darkness. This is advanced darkness.
Well, I'm certain there is absolutely nothing terrifying in here. Okay, so we gotta kill a few of these guys, kill this guy, kill these guys, save a puppy, and then kill this guy. This guy is Manus, Father of the Abyss. He is who Artorius was supposed to kill and the whole reason we're here. So Manus was clearly once human, clearly. But he became the Father of the Abyss after his humanity went wild. Since he created the Abyss, I think Dark type is a safe bet. You could also make an argument for Fighting type since he has a kind of primate rampaging thing going on, but that's pretty iffy. So now that we're done saving the past, we need to go commit the ultimate sin. Remember that puppy we saved? Yeah, we gotta kill him now. This is Great Grey Wolf Sif. And he's so good and he's so smart. He even remembers us hundreds of years later, but he's just... He's just like, no, we must fight. This is how it has to be. And I'm just sitting here like, but why though? You're a puppy. I have 2 hands. Just let me scratch your noggin, and we can call it a day. No big deal. I don't care about the first flame. Fuck the first flame. I just want a giant puppy friend. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Pokemon types for the bosses. Fighting type, I guess, because you know, like Artorius, he was trained in combat, presumably by Artorius himself. Maybe steel type, you know, since he has the sword, but I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so low energy. I was really fucking sad about this fight, man. I need a drink. Okay, that's better. You know what? Well, you fuck all the Pokemon types. Sif is the bestest boy type. Damn it. He deserves better than this. Why? Let's just move on to the next area. Okay. Nice and dark, just like my soul. You must be a ghost type because you're a ghost. That means you're dead, just like Sif. I'm okay. I'm okay. So we take care of some ghosties, speak with the only doctor who will see me, drain the swamp.
What are you doing in my swamp?
And eventually we get here. Don't forget to accessorize.
It's 1 small step for man, 1 giant leap for mankind.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, there's someone here. Goodbye, darkness, I have a new friend. Ah, my bones. So these guys are the 4 kings. They were tempted by this guy's brother? Cousin? Same exact person? I don't really know, it's not clear. He offered them the ability to steal humanity from other people. They said, yeah, sure, that sounds cool. And another instance of the Abyss was created, so these guys are dark type. Plain and simple. Now I just have one more boss to go. Big Daddy Gwyn himself.
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
So I think Gwyn in his current state would just be fire type. He has a flaming sword, and he offered himself as kindling to the first flame to keep it burning. So it seems appropriate. Yes, he's shown throwing lightning around in the opening cutscene, but we don't see any of that here. I don't think he's even capable of it anymore. Either his mind is just too far gone, or his power to throw lightning was consumed by the first flame. Now, back in his heyday, before he got all crispy, electric fire. Electric for his lightning bolts, and fire for, well, the age of fire, and also the fact that he is the Lord of Sunlight. Now, with all of that said and done, we finally get to be the big hero and save the world. Oh god, it burns! No one told me it would burn! Thank you all so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I hope you had fun watching it. I want to give a big thank you to Plant Dad Azu and iBasley for helping hash out some of the typings. If you disagree with any of the Pokemon types I chose, let me know in the comments section. Any really good arguments will get a special mention in the Dark Souls 2 version of this video. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.